How Long Gone recording in progress. Chris Black, I have finally, mercifully put my two fat feet down on Manhattan concrete, Jason. And even though it's a disgusting Barber weather day, it's raining, it's windy, I cannot wait to get out there and trek across the town, uptown, downtown, midtown, any part of town. I'm willing to kiss the pavement today.
So you don't care where you're going as long as you're going?
Honestly, maybe I'll go to the Bronx for the first time. Maybe today's the day.
In the rain, fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Okay, so speaking of being smart, you're coming to me live from an iPad today instead of your normal laptop.
Bro, fuck you. Look, this has nothing to do with my intelligence, all right? Now, look, I'll explain to you. I'll level with you as well as our listeners. I woke up today at 3:30 a.m. to drive, on TJ style, to drive to the Jacksonville airport because it's like a little over an hour away from St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the airport, and I thought I was slick. I got through, I was in and out, classic Chris style, no hiccups.
The guys got clear. It's not even an issue.
Got no hiccups. And then my bag was, of course, pulled over to be searched, and they unpack it, and I realized that my trusty laptop sleeve that I've had for, 12 years was empty. It was the leather was there, the structural integrity remained, but the valuable product that I needed was not where it should be. So I don't have a laptop, Jason. I left it.
Sober guy left his laptop at the Airbnb. A tale not as old as time.
We were DJing so late, bro. No,
When's the last time you left your laptop somewhere?
Never. Literally never in history of my life. But I'll tell you why. And this is the
okay, you tell me why, and then I'll tell you why I think why.
Okay. Because I never want to see it again after what I've been through. No,
once you finish the book, I thought you just throw your computer away. I don't.
Yeah, I wish I was finished. Actually, when I finish the book, I'm gonna need you to be over here with your phone to smash the laptop with like get me smashing the laptop with a hammer. I never want to see it again.
Office Space style.
Last night I packed all my stuff. I was really ready because I had to get up so early, and I did bring my laptop with me into the bedroom.
Pause.
Because at 9 p.m. was the Love Is Blind reunion.
Oh wow.
I probably made it through 10 minutes of the Love Is Blind reunion before passing out, and then I believe that my trusty Apple laptop computer got covered up with a pillow during my 6 hours, and I woke up, and it was out of sight, out of mind, and I was in a hurry, and I left it right there in bed.
Okay, so I want
right there in bed.
When you say Love Is Blind reunion, aren't there like 900 seasons of it? Is it just the last season, or is it all encompassing of the entire?
It's just this current season, which is in Denver, and where none of the couples got married, which is a pretty bad. And I know you don't watch the show, but you can understand how that would be problematic when the show is you're supposed to go blindly meet the love of your life and then marry them after 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And then when you see him, so everyone, you're like, oh, this is what Denver bitches look like. Damn, I'm sorry, it's not going to be like. How does it like? What is the percentage on other seasons of? I think marriages.
I bet. I mean, I don't think any of them. I think maybe 3 in history of the show have lasted until now. But I'm saying I would say out of 6 couples, I would say 2 to 3. Usually,
okay.
It's not that bad.
We'll call it 37% overall.
Denver definitely had some hogs. Definitely had some guys that should not be out in public, let off their leashes. But I did, luckily, because I was so heartbroken about my laptop, I was able to finish it on my cell phone on the flight home. So I'm up to date.
Christ.
Don't worry.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry.
You can never talk shit on me watching anything on the plane, my little dumbass movies, when you're watching Love Is Blind reunion on your phone.
No, dude.
And you have an iPad.
I don't have an iPad. This is my wife's iPad that happened to be at home. This is not my iPad. Mm-hmm, I want to be very clear. I would never. I'm not saying never, but I would.
I mean, you're at this point in your life with your computing needs where iPad Pro with the keyboard is going to set you free, brother.
That's what this is. To be
Okay.
fair. But yeah, I mean, it might. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just glad I got to see the end of Love Is Blind. I'm glad I'm back in New York.
And I'm glad the apartment is coming together nicely. Your camera is doing the zoom in and zoom out as you sort of wiggle your body. There we go. We zoomed out. Pause.
I wanted to turn this off, but I didn't know how, of course. So here we are.
Yeah, if you do your body in like a Chris Brown kind of dance style where it's like, like there's something inside of me that needs to come out. Yeah. Exactly. Like your heart is beating out of your chest so much.
I know that move.
You got to keep it in.
I know that move. But you're coming to New York in just a few short hours too. So I hope you need to pack your cheese yellow Arc'teryx, brother.
I gotta pack my cheddar slicker.
You gotta drape yourself in cheese, my bro.
Do you think I need to bring a raincoat for sure for shizzle?
I mean, today, yes. I don't think actually for the rest. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine.
I mean, unfortunately, my Halloween costume, which is probably what I was gonna wear for the GQ Man of the Year and probably won't wear again. It's taken up a lot of space in my suitcase, so there's not much room for all of my raincoats and slickers and dusters and things like that.
So you're gonna come to New York City as a 40-something-year-old man, and you're really gonna wear a costume. This is not a joke. This is not a drill.
No, I mean I feel like I've been a bit of a depressed curmudgeon the last few Halloweens. I'm not dressing up. I'm going to stay at home. If a trick-or-treater comes to the house,
lights off.
I ain't got no candy.
We ain't home.
Bah humbug.
I'm at the point where I would put a razor blade in an apple. No cap. I'm at the point where I'm willing.
We got to do something about this overpopulation. I get it.
So you have a costume, but you're saying.
So I want to lean into like I'm pot committed. Like I'm coming out of pocket thousands of dollars to fly to New York for no other reason than to spend time with my beautiful wife. And I'm going to be back there. I was there a week ago. I'm going to be back there in 2 weeks. So I'm like, I bought the ticket. I might as well take the ride, lean into Halloween. I don't think I'm going to bring ecstasy, but I'm going to have a fun time at least.
Okay. I
want to create forever memories.
I would like to propose the idea that a fun time can be had by adults without having to wear costumes, but I don't want to.
Yeah, and that's for 364 days of the year.
That's true. You have so much other time to create those memories. I'm happy. I'm going to be with you on Halloween. I, of course, will not be wearing a costume.
Do something. Just wear a funky.
No.
Or are you going to wear a statement tee at the very least?
I mean, I could wear a statement tee, I guess. I don't have anything that feels Tame Impala appropriate, like that would really be for the. I don't have album 1 merch. You know what I mean? To pull out, like I could dress up like a Lifetime fan, which is a funny.
Any Australian? Do you have maybe a Primal Scream tee? You got one of those, probably, right? That could be something.
I got a few of those actually. I mean, I wish I had a Silverchair frog stomp. I think. That would be. Maybe I could talk to. I don't have enough time to get one of my vintage guys to find me the Frog Stomp XL.
That's where you're wrong, mate. I'll have one. It'll be waiting for you at Barclays.
I just saw the Chromeo announced a DJ tour of Australia, and the flyer is the sexy Chromeo legs dripping and coming out of a Vegemite can, but it says Chromomite, which I thought was. Yeah, which I thought was very clever. I thought that was very good.
Do you think this was generated with artificial intelligence?
No, it looks like it. No, it's definitely like graphic arts of some kind.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, yeah.
It's good.
So the legs. Oh, wow. Look at this. Huh? Look at this.
Australia's on the mind.
I got to say. Oh, and it says the funk extract, proudly made in Canada since 2004. Okay, those Canadians had to sneak that in, couldn't help themselves. I think the problem is, in 2025, the average person in the world, they're going to look at that and say, is that doo-doo, baby? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's pretty clear. If you have a brain and you see that it's Australia and that logo... But you're right. I think most people don't know that.
Yeah, you said if you have a brain.
No, yeah. Well,
and that's what? Well, 40%?
Australians definitely don't. That's not what they're known for. So it's going to be...
Mate.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm hopping on a plane as basically we're going to finish this. And then like in a half an hour, I head over to lax, and then I begin my fun editing process on the plane. I'll be busting out loose in Brooklyn at the one hotel where we activated with our friends at New Balance. Carolyn said there seems to be a lot of basketball players there, and I said, I'm on my way, sweetie. Don't go in the.
Why did you even notice that? I don't understand why. How do you know they're basketball players?
Is the sauna unisex? Is the sauna unisex?
So you're saying these guys are basketball players? I'm tall. I'm not a basketball player.
Uh-huh.
How do you know? How do you know? Did you ask them? Did you look them up?
I don't want the answer to that question because she'll say, I know what your body looked like and their body looked different.
Don't talk. No, come on. You're in your LeBron era, aging but still getting after it.
No, I'm not upset with how I look, but I'm not. I ain't LeBron. LeBron and I are like the same height, and he has, let's call it, 47 pounds of muscle on him.
There's some additional muscle available. Available.
Yeah, from his back from behind looks less Mr. Burnsy.
I saw a guy on Instagram that does like the little face in the corner thing, and he was talking about it was somebody making this crazy French toast, and he was. And it was these big slices of French toast, and he kept saying he ain't ever seen big back French toast before. And I have to say that made me chuckle. In fact,
big back never gets old. That's the well.
Big back is I want to use it more. I just forget kind of because it is. I feel like you could say it to a lot of people and they wouldn't know what you meant, which is a very powerful thing to have in your arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I'm going to group that into a section of words and phrases that I don't like, which is I'm too afraid to say fat, or I'm too afraid of offending someone, so I'm just going to say big backed. And then, like there's so many people that say the words and they're trying to say the N-word, or they're trying to say a slur, or they're trying to say something transgressive, but they just
I say that big back is funnier than that. I know what you mean, but I feel like it achieves.
No, it is fun. Yeah,
something beyond.
That's why I give it a pass.
Something beyond. Something beyond. It takes it to a whole nother place, brother. Whole nother place.
Heifers got sting. Big back. It's like, yeah, you got me. I've eaten.
Big back.
Quick update on the Tesla from last episode.
Did you find the body?
There was no body inside, but it really was a neighbor's tweaker son.
Wow! So you guessed. You had a little bit of evidence that led you to this place. But
I saw a tweaker son pull up in what appeared to be his parents' car, a 15-year-old Lexus SUV. And when it pulled up, I could smell the engine and lack of care that it was being when somebody pulls up and like, oh, you don't know how to drive too good.
I thought the whole point was you just sort of reset the hard drive and that thing was good to go. You're saying they got
I'm not
oil?
talking about the Tesla.
Oh,
I'm saying the Tesla was parked in front of my house.
I see. I'm sorry.
Smashed up with the windows rolled down. He was borrowing a different car.
I see. Okay.
I did not get a chance to spray the inside of the car with hose water, and all is forgiven. All is well. My shout goes out to their tweaker son. Hopefully he lands on his feet.
Is the car still there?
No. It's gone.
Okay, it's gone. Okay.
Windows are rolled up, and it's gone.
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I said don't call the cops. Give this a couple days, and the situation will arrange itself. Let's not get the authorities involved. Mm-hmm. And I think that was the right course here.
I'm glad I did the thing I don't normally do, which is ask for help. All right, we have a guest here today. His name is Tim Miller. He's from the Bulwark podcast, newsletter, etc. He's wearing a Hot Boys t-shirt, and he has a poster about beans behind him. I was gonna talk to him about beans in China, so let's give him a call.
All right, Tim, what's really good, baby? What's
going on, y'all? Thank you for having me. I'm so pumped to do this. And I didn't really want to talk about beans in China. You guys are going to be my respite from all that, but we can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, we're the fun after, we're the fun stuff. If you have to go on Pod Save America, then we're a godsend. So I think that we can do anything you want.
Yeah, dude,
today.
Listen to Pfeiffer and Favreau, lecture me. All right. And
We'll get
give me talking points,
what I'm saying.
strategies. I don't need that shit.
I want to give you the platform to sort of, kind of get into topics you're not normally allowed to talk about. We're a platform for that. We're a safe space.
But unfortunately, I think your straight offering across the table being basketball is one. It's not one. We're not the ones, is what we're saying. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I am a homosexual, so we can do gay stuff too. But my other straight offering is guitar music and hip hop. So we could do that.
Okay.
And basketball,
Guitar music.
college football. What about football?
No,
Football part of my straight mate.
Save
football.
the hip hop for Charlemagne and save the college football for anybody else. But we got some common ground here.
Okay, guitar music. That's
Actually, Tim, I was in Florida for the last month, and I did find myself putting on college football in the background on a Saturday just because I like the action that's happening. I don't care about who wins or loses.
The pageantry, though, the colors, the chanting, none of that.
Everyone's trying so hard.
What is your team?
LSU.
Oh, yeah, because you live in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I live in New Orleans. No, I don't live in Baton Rouge. You kidding me? As mentioned, I'm gay and I've got a black daughter. Okay, I'm not living in Baton Rouge. We love my friends in Baton Rouge, but we visit them for the football games and for the girls' basketball games. But
they have
no, I don't live up there.
They have girls' basketball in Baton Rouge. That's big. That's big. I didn't.
Hell yeah, they're good. The team's good. Angel Reese.
Okay, so for our listener, we have an international audience just like you do. LSU, Louisiana State University, and you mentioned Baton Rouge, a city there where the idea of going there with a black daughter and being gay is a no-no zone. Could you explain exactly why?
Well, it's just still pretty red in Baton Rouge. It's a college town, so there are good people there. I got a couple of my buddies from college who live there, so I don't want to smear everybody from Baton Rouge.
Of course.
I'm just saying that, having a daughter who she's playing sports, she's trying to get into soccer and basketball herself, and so I'm sure we could find a good school for her there where everybody would be very welcoming.
Sure.
But then you start to get out a little outside of Baton Rouge. You start to compete against the other teams, and I think that she might be exposed to some comments that I'd rather keep her in the bubble here in New Orleans.
Yeah,
I can't wait till your ass has to go to Baton Rouge for a fucking women's middle school basketball game.
Have you considered blackface when you're in the stands?
No blackface, I don't think anymore, except for at the Zulu parade at Mardi Gras down here. Blackface is encouraged and allowed. It's the one. I think it's the only time where blackface is still allowed.
I'm out.
For me.
I'm out.
They love a loophole down there in Nawlins.
Yeah, it's not. They do. It's not for me. Okay, but Zulu is the like traditionally black Mardi Gras crew.
Yep.
And if you want to ride on Zulu as a white person, you do have to do blackface. And so I was invited one year and I respectfully declined. I was like, I appreciate your traditions, but that felt like a stretch to me personally.
Damn,
as a podcaster, but that's the only blackface.
It feels like a stretch to me just as a white person, but podcaster sort of insinuates white person.
Yeah, as any white person for sure. I just meant like as an anonymous white person, I don't know, maybe defensible, probably not for me.
I'd like to see the cross section of white person in 2025 who's going to be like, I am so secure with my lack of racism that I am no problem doing blackface when I'm asked to. You know what I mean?
It's Zulu.
I'm familiar.
Who's gonna say yes?
I'm familiar with a friend of mine did a great photo series with them, and it's really crazy looking. Like the whole thing is a real like. There's a lot of time. Cool. There's a lot of time and effort put into it. It's very impressive. I avoid New Orleans like the plague. I don't understand it.
Why?
I mean, I don't drink. I don't really like to eat. So I don't know what there is to do there, really.
Well, music.
He's sober and he doesn't like food with flavor.
Are you fully sober? Or
I'm not.
Columbia sober.
No, I'm
Columbia sober. Do you mean the country or the school? Or I guess both apply. Equally.
Both. Fully sober. Okay. Well, music. We could take you to Frenchman Street. There's stuff to do. Well, what do you do for fun then?
Not much. That's kind of the whole thing. I limit fun as much as I can in my life.
Right. So New Orleans probably not for you.
It's Twitter,
which I can do anywhere. So in theory, I could have a great. I mean, I've only been to New Orleans once, and it was I actually have been twice, and they're both dark. I think I could revisit today as an adult. My friend just opened a bar there.
What's the bar?
It's called The Bell.
Oh yeah, check that out. I was just there last weekend. It was great.
Yeah, he's a guy from this guy Brooks from Charleston. He's got a lot of great stuff in Charleston. But I want to go
out to the Bell.
I want to go there to try that, but I don't know if I need to make a trip of it.
I mean, I'm the opposite of sober. I'd be doing just about everything, and you really have to be a career drinker down there in Nawlins. Like I'm like a little bit on the downturn with my drinking nowadays, and you have like it's such a drinker's town. I love getting a mint julep down there in Nawlins. So nice.
People are partying down here. That's sure. There was like a Reddit post about about this podcast that made me laugh from one of the Bulwark listeners who was like, if you're an elder millennial middle-aged parent like me, like, do you drink as much as Tim talks about drinking, or is like that just a New Orleans thing? And I was like, it's just a New Orleans thing because the parents, man, like the father-daughter dance at my kids' school is rowdy. I mean, like the dads are getting wrecked at the father-daughter dance at my, and I don't think it's like that everywhere.
No.
But it is the tough part for me is I got to wake up and pot every morning, so like. I can't, like weekdays, I got to behave, and like you got people rolling through and like when they're coming through, it's like it's their weekend away. It's their, they're on a work trip. They're away from the kids. They want to get loose. Mm-hmm. And I just like, I can't.
It's like living in Las Vegas. They're coming into town and they got something planned that you might not have.
Yeah.
I like the idea, though, of a school dance ending with the underage daughters being the drivers, having to get the dads kind of in the car. That's a cool kind of concept.
That's definitely the scene.
But are you from Louisiana?
No, I'm from Denver. No, I moved here. So I grew up in Denver. So that's Nuggets and Red Rocks we could do as my straight stuff. But I grew up in Denver, went to school in D.C. And it's kind of weird. So my best friend from college is from Baton Rouge. His wife's from New Orleans. And we just like bonded and kind of did the rich kid thing where like we all go to concerts together and we travel to go see shows together. They'd come to Denver to ski or whatever. And so like we kind of merged high school groups. And so like we kind of have like a Louisiana, Colorado, like high school college group merger. And so then after the pandemic, when I had to like start flying to DC and New York more, I was just like, Denver's too far. We lived in Oakland for a little while on the West Coast. I was like, that's too far. I can't do these red eyes. It's killing me. And so we were like, let's move to New Orleans. We got a bunch of buddies. I got a bunch of buddies from college with kids, my kids' age here. And it's been awesome. We were like, maybe we'll do it for a year and it won't take, and it'll be, too rowdy. But it's opposite, man. Everybody's been so welcoming. It's been awesome. And it's easy for me to pop up from here to DC and get back. Yeah. And, so it's been great. I just can't live in DC. Living in DC and doing politics is just like not an option. It's just suffocating. It's your whole life. Like you just can't.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We've done shows in DC the last couple of years, and we do really well there. And it was but I always like to talk about how the people with power, like it's not based on looks at all. like if you know what I mean, like in New York and LA,
which is a concept we're not able to understand really.
In New York and LA, it's kind of like, yeah, look, if you're an 8 or above, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Kind of no matter what your position in life is.
Uggos can only get so far in our strongholds.
In Washington, D.C., the guy at the best table at the hottest restaurant had to get wheeled in there. You know what I mean? And it's a different animal. Yeah, no. It's a different animal.
Uggos crushing D.C. And D.C.'s got good stuff. You can see good shows, good food. Like I always said to people, I was like, if you're a dentist, like awesome, move to DC, right? Like it's great. Like you'll crush it. I like it's a good place to live.
I like it there, and it's pretty, and the punk, like the history is very rich, and like the 930, all that stuff. It's very cool, but there is something about it where I feel like, at least with How Long Gone listeners, is that also everyone there does coke. I do like that. It is like if everybody works on the Hill and everybody does coke.
Yeah, no shortage of that. The other good thing about DC is like it's like extremely well educated. I'm sounding like Trump now. It's like we love the highly educated, but like you can just meet a stranger sitting at the bar and like they do something kind of interesting. It's like, oh, you do African policy research, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Like and maybe a little less so now in the Trump 2.0, but for a minute there. Strangers are interesting to talk to in DC versus other places.
I'm the guy who takes money away from the parks.
Yeah. Now it's one of different.
Tell me more.
I'm actually the head of construction for the United States. Actually, that's my job. So I just kind of oversee it all.
I do all the diaper burning for other countries to make sure. Well, actually, speaking of Trump, we've been watching him, build this grand ballroom. And I'm starting to wonder, is Trump so straight that he's actually gay? You know what I mean? Like, people are saying, like, oh, the ballroom, it's a little bit of a gay thing for somebody like him to be doing. But I'm saying maybe he's so straight that
Trump is such a theater queen, dude. Trump would do so much better at like theater trivia, like musical trivia than me. He would crush me.
Like he would destroy you at drag bingo, whatever the topic was.
Yeah, he would absolutely destroy me. And he's like, so no, he definitely has some gay tendencies, and I think that I know in a different world. Like a populist lefty, like pro-gay Trump, like could have happened. It would have been a better world for us, I think.
Yeah.
Conceivably.
Yeah, I think I think that's one or two decisions go differently, and that's where we would be.
Yeah, the racism was really what prevented, like the Central Park 5 situation. Like, really, you'd have to win. But like, some of the if you have more of like a populist left, Trump is doing like pardoning Diddy.
Yeah,
and
I
like
still
think
think he's going to do that, but
he might do that anyway.
Yeah, we were talking about it on the last episode. Who's he more likely to pardon first, Ghislaine Maxwell or Sean Puffy Combs?
I for sure did. I think.
See,
okay. Because I think that and he might do Maxwell like in the dead of night, because who the hell knows what's in those files? Like only he knows. But and he's in there like a lot. What the extent is
and let me tell you, that was very Trumpian. He's in there a lot.
A lot. He is mentioned in the files a lot, or else they would have come out. So you got a lot of people around him that'll like block the pen on that pardon. I think that if he decides he wants to pardon Diddy, I think everybody will just kind of let that. Just you do you.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's so full of shit that I don't believe that he actually believes the stuff that he's saying, if that makes sense. Like
Trump?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if like
you're just coming to that now, 10 years in.
I'm just saying, like with the like religion stuff specifically. I'm just like, bro, I like what? Like I don't know. I've started to. I try not to pay attention. And then when I do, I'm like, oh wait, this guy is just saying stuff because it works. I don't think there's any conviction behind anything, which is the key to being a politician or famous.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like that, it could have, if it wasn't for the racism, like it could have been a left populist Trump, because, like he has a couple core things. Like since the 80s, he's thought that the Chinese and the Japanese were screwing us, right? Like, and like we've got dumb leaders, we're getting screwed, bad deals, So he was going to do tariffs,
not bad deals,
no matter what. No matter what.
And he just released a hat that says Japan is back. Is that right? Or something like that?
I miss that. I'm not visiting the White House store that often. But
do yourself a favor.
Yeah. Anti-immigrant and like in pro-tariff. And like that's kind of it. Like besides that, it's just like whatever the crowd was cheering for, he was into. And it just unfortunately turned out that like the crowd that showed up wanted some really gross stuff, like the Muslim ban thing. He was just kind of, that was a one-time trial at a rally. I was working for Jeb when that was happening, and he kind of dropped that at an event, and everybody started going crazy. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, we're going to ban Muslims now. Like that.
You're saying it's like a band trying out a new song, and the crowd loves it. And you're like, all right, we're adding this to the set list.
Yes, he road tested stuff, because he road tests stuff that goes away. Like Greenland, for example, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing the Greenland invasion for a while, and like people were kind of into it when it felt subversive and fun, and then it was like, this is a little cringe now.
People are kind of into Greenland, invading Greenland.
Now we're focusing on Venezuela.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's a Marco thing, though.
I think he chooses these countries based on how fun it is for him to say them out loud.
Venezuela.
China had a good run. Venezuela is fun.
Yeah.
Greenland, it wasn't so fun to say in a Trump voice.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bro, I hope you get paid a lot of money for what you do, because I gotta say, man, I just can't be bothered. Everybody's too stupid. I can't even begin. I can read a headline and get a little into it, but then once it gets into the level of understanding that someone like you has to have to talk about this, I feel like, is this unprecedentedly bad? Like, you've been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
Like, will it get worse from here? How much better was it before? how are you mentally holding up?
Okay. Yeah, a lot there. Look, my job, like having to wake up and care about this every day is the hardest part of my job.
Yeah,
Way
yeah,
worse jobs
yeah.
out there, like I'm not weed whacking.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not cleaning toilets. Like a lot of people have like I don't have a shitty boss, right? Like, so a lot of worse jobs out there than mine, but like having to care is the hardest part. Like there definitely are some days like I wake up on Monday morning and I'm like, I got to talk to Bill Crystal again this morning. And I'm like, I just can't. It's hard for me to like open up the computer. I just can't care about this today because
this is why we drink.
Yeah, that's why I have to. That's why I have to live in New Orleans and do fun stuff on the side and drink. I can't live in DC and have it be my life. And the hardest part is that, like, I know these people. So like, as annoying as it is for you to watch it, because it's like annoying and stupid. Like a layer on top of that is like I know these people and like they're the dumbest people that I worked with, right? And so it's like you have to. So it'd be like combining your job is I have to pay attention to this stupid stuff and also I have to accept that like the worst people I ever encountered and the stupidest people I ever encountered are now succeeding beyond their wildest dreams. That's tough, and so I'm yogaing to deal with that. I'm doing some yoga and trying to just ujjayi breath my way through that part. Will it get worse? Probably. And like the thing is, like it is all Trump driven, right? So we had the range of outcomes for like 2025 through 2028. I was with Chris Hayes on election night. We were talking about this, and he was just like, dude, the range of outcomes is insane. Like, it's literally like Trump could just golf all day and status quo and nothing happens because he's just happy he's not in jail. Like, or we could have nuclear holocaust. It's like, if other presidents had won, there's kind of a narrow band of like a good presidency versus a bad presidency. Like the Trump, like the tail risk is so high. But then also he might just kind of decide he just wants to build his ballroom and he wants trophies. Like the South Korean guy gave him the crown recently and he likes trophies and he wants a peace prize and he wants to golf more and he's getting old and tired. Like that's kind of like the best case outcome, in which case we would be at status quo. But also like he could deteriorate, get deranged. His numbers could start to go down. He could start to get worried that the Democrats get back in and try to put him in jail again. He starts lashing. You know what I mean? Like an 82-year-old guy in his last year who has unbelievable power and declining mental faculties. I don't know. I think 2028 is pretty bad. That's my take.
But I guess what I'm saying is, has he done so much damage that it'll never be good again, no matter who's in power?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You mean even longer past that?
Like if the new Obama is elected and we have that great 2008 feeling all over again and everything's gonna be all good, is the wound unhealable?
I think it's there are elements that are unhealable. So, right, like, and look, the immigration stuff's going to get way worse just really quick on the next 3 years. Like, they're hiring the worst people in America right now to be, to have power to go harass migrants and harass citizens on the street. Like you get a $50,000 bonus if you're like a sadist and don't have a college degree and want a new job and like don't really like brown people that much.
They used to just give those jobs and call it police, but now they get a bigger title.
Yeah, better title now and more power and fewer oversight. No union guy checking you out. To make sure you followed the rules. No body cams. So that's concerning. But then to your point, like even if whoever your dream Democrat is wins in 2029, like there's some elements of this that are just broke. Like sometimes like you make a choice in life and like you can recover from it. Like you can fix your life in certain ways, but like there's some things that are permanent, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if you get drunk and get in a car wreck and like are paraplegic, like you can't start walking again in the future. Like you can still find meaning in your life in a wheelchair, but like you fucked up your life. And like we're in a wheelchair, I guess is my point. Like we've hired the drunk driver, he's in charge. And like, what do you do? Like Kash Patel's the FBI director. They've put all of these flunkies all over the government. Like, do you fire all of them? I guess so, right? How do you get USAID back? Like, you probably don't, right? Because that's not popular. Like, giving money to poor people in Africa is not popular. The next Democrat doesn't want to waste any political capital on that, right? Like, the media environment that has got us here, like the right-wing echo chamber, is only going to get worse with AI. And so, I'm not like a doomer, but I'm pretty pessimistic. I think things can get better. We can avoid the worst outcome. It's not inevitable that he becomes a dictator or whatever, and the Baron is our next leader, or whatever you think the worst outcome is. But like, there's some elements that we're not going to be able to get back about just kind of business as usual, if you will.
Have you considered leaving the country?
I know. I'm like the Leo character in Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not fucking going anywhere. No, they have to pull me out. No, I'm not going anywhere. I don't.
Cool.
I guess my buddy JVL at Bulwark, who is considering leaving the country, he goes, I'm willing to be the first podcaster killed, but I'm not willing to be the second. And like, there is something to that. Like, I'm not at the top of these guys' target list, right? Like, and so I don't know if they start to if Comey goes to jail, which, you know, I think that their retribution efforts are trying now with Tish James and James Comey. Like, I think that's what's going to fail, right? But I don't know if Comey and Tish James end up in jail. All right, and then they start going after media members, and you know, I don't know, who knows what the future holds, but I'm not fleeing.
That's why we talk about TV shows and stuff. You know what I mean? Nobody's coming for us. That's it.
We talk about pour over coffee and hot Pilates.
I don't think anybody's coming for me. I don't know, man. Sometimes I didn't really like. There's this New York Times article with like these professors that like moved to Toronto, and they're like, we studied autocracy and we know what's coming, and now we fled. And I was kind of like, man,
y'all are pussy.
Yeah, even if you're right, like, isn't it your obligation to fight?
Yeah, good
like,
point.
It's not over. Yeah. Like, it's not. We're not. It's not Hitler yet. Like, okay, like, yeah. I mean, we've got some Orban-y Hungarian flavor right now in our country for sure. But like, you can go to Budapest if you want to right now, and go and speak your mind and live and travel there and travel back and not worry about the secret police coming for you. You know what I mean? Like, autocracy is this word that people on my side, like the anti-Trump pro-democracy movement, use, but it sometimes I feel like it confuses more than it helps people understand, right? Because Viktor Orban is an autocrat in Hungary, and that's still mostly pretty much a free country, and like, Kim Jong-un is an autocrat, right? And like, their people can't eat. And like, if you say, you know, I mean, if you criticize the little fat boy, you get killed, right? It's like autocracy is like a huge spectrum, right? And I think we're certainly in the fighting part of it now. Like, this is not like you guys are just living your lives talking about pour overs, right? Like, you know, like in a country that is really in a dangerous autocracy, like it's impacting you. Like, it's impacting some people now, migrant, immigrant, if you're a recent immigrant, if you're in a mixed family, like if you're a trans person, like so there's some people that are a threat now, but like not white professors at Yale. Right. Like, you're fine.
They don't need to escape to Rosedale. They're going to be fine. They're going to. You're right. I mean,
I won't be jailed if I don't cry at an official funeral or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are some there. I mean, if you're dating somebody from overseas and they want to come visit you and they said some mean things about Charlie Kirk on Twitter, like, that could affect your relationship, right? Like, there are little things that are mean things about Israel or whatever. So like, they're like, you know, things are going a wrong direction for sure, but like, not fleeing level.
Yeah.
No, I'm anti-Flea. Not, I love Flea the bass player. I'm saying Flea, Flee.
Yeah.
You mentioned AI, just how that's going to make things probably much worse for right-wing propaganda and everything like that. I've been noticing on Twitter, Homeland Security, WhiteHouse.gov, like, you know, official accounts of our government.
Sorry, bro, that's
posting
good.
some of the
that's
worst
really funny.
AI slop
I love
of all
that.
time, like Donald Trump dropping like dog shit from an airplane onto his enemies.
You liked that? I interviewed the dude Harry Sisson, who's like a Democratic influencer bro, who's the guy that got shit on. And he said the same thing. People are like, "Are you worried they're coming from you?" And Harry's like, "Dude, no, my engagement is through the roof right now. Like, great."
I just got a YoPlay deal.
Somebody sent me some friends. They did an AI friends thing that's going around on TikTok. That's the worst AI slop shit ever. So there's worse shit than the White House.
Yeah, I mean, there's bad AI slop all over the place. But I guess my hang up is like, what does it say to our about our country to the rest of the world that we're using our government PR outreach accounts to post, you know, Donald Trump, but his head is on like a transformer body, and he's like, you know, it's like, who is this appealing to?
It's appealing to the
like
people,
8-year-olds,
people who like to have fun. That's what it is. People who have a sense of humor. That's what it is.
I mean, it definitely demonstrates a lack of seriousness to the world, but I think we kind of passed that point when we elected like our stupidest reality show host a second time.
But then every country has stupid people. Like this is everywhere, so I guess it doesn't matter.
So I don't. Yeah, I know about. I think that the AI stuff matters less to me. Like Trump goofing off. I mean, it's really unserious, and I wish we could fix it. But I think that's one of the things that is inevitably changed now because like the Zoomers, like this is their life. They've like grown up in this. Like it would seem weird to like go back to Mitt Romney for them. But the white nationalist stuff coming from the government worries me way more. I mean, I think that there are a lot of. I think whoever is doing the digital strategy for the Department of Homeland Security, I think one day in their future will lie about the fact that they were doing that. Because, like,
no, the only lie if Theo Vaughn's pressing them backstage somewhere. I think they're proud of it.
Yeah.
I think they're proud of it.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like doing snuff films with like ASMR of like people in chains, and then like
it's crazy,
like 1930s white meme. Like, have you seen the Department of Labor memes they've been putting out? The Department of Labor is putting out this like Work America, and it's 20 different like 1930s. I'm blanking. What's the painter's name that does like the Americana paintings?
Norman Rockwell.
Yeah. They're doing like Norman Rockwell shit with brawny white guys.
Huh.
And it's like a blonde, and then it's a brunette, and then it's like a white guy in church, and his wife is looking adoringly at him, and it's like what the and it's all just white.
Not even
dudes.
one Asian in there.
And I'm just like it's just overtly like white nationalist agitprop that's coming from our government.
And the Department of War wants, like, we don't care about anything else going on in the world as long as our soldiers don't have a beard and are, like, hot looking to me is what Hegseth seems to be after.
Yeah.
Well, that and only that?
Even though I have a beard right now, I would prefer my soldiers, like my baseball players, like the Yankees, and they're beard-free.
Really?
Yeah, let's keep it high.
You're like Steinbrenner when it comes to your baseball players? No Don Mattingly and that fucking mustache? You shave that shit.
Trim those sideburns, Mattingly.
Something that really gets my goat is the current mustache trend, the mullet mustache combo, and that feels like something that's taken hold of our service people.
Dude, and you say that as a hat, like as a gay, it's awful, man. It's awful. I went to the Dare show.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And it's just like,
shout out to Darrison.
Everybody there has a fucking mustache and a tight shirt and huge pants. It's like, how am I supposed to tell who's gay anymore? Like they all dress the same, and like the mustaches are horrible.
I need to say this because, and Harrison's a dear friend of ours. We love him, but I didn't know this, Jason. Maybe you did, that Azalea Banks called him STD Sound System, which is really, really good.
That's really good.
Funny. Really funny.
She's revealed herself to be an awful person, but when she hits, she hits.
Yeah. All right, so you're saying you went to the Dare in New Orleans, and you're saying...
No, I was in D.C., actually. I happened to be in town. But
even worse. Okay, you're in D.C., and you're saying you go to the show, and these guys all have the same haircut and the same look, and it used to be, you got the ear pierced or the bandana hanging out of the pocket. I know who I'm fucking tonight.
Yeah.
So maybe a little too much equality at play is what you're saying.
Or the jean size. Like the jeans, look, in the aughts, man, nobody had a mustache, and if they did, they were straight.
Yeah.
And if they were a gay with a mustache, I didn't want to kiss them anyway, so it wasn't a problem, right? And then you could just do a gene analysis, right? And it's just like, well, if you're in skinny jeans, then this is probably a go. Maybe not, but it's at least an open door.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, baggy jeans, no. So now all that is gone. There's no difference. Like they're all wearing huge pants, and they all have a mustache. Everybody has a mustache.
Okay, so it's so like when you would hear, people would say like, oh well, you're asking for it dressed like that. You're saying that to everyone can get it because they're
No, I'm also saying you're asking for it, but like in a good way. Like in the good way.
Got it. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, when it's guy on guy, it's totally fine. We agree with that.
Yeah, gay stuff doesn't count. That's what we say on this podcast all the time.
Oh, really?
When it comes to crimes, not in daily life, not in daily life.
Got it. Okay.
I've been assaulted by a man before. I don't need to see a therapist about it, and that's a privilege for me.
He's not letting it define him, is what he's saying.
My straight guy friends just get totally ranked based on who can come to the gay bar get their ass grabbed, and like be chill about it.
Okay.
You know?
So you're saying you have some friends that are like, it's cool that you're gay, you're my boy,
Yeah.
but I ain't going into the belly of the beast to get touched.
I don't want anybody touching my butt. Yeah. And to be honest, it makes me wonder a little bit. Like if there's a Kinsey situation happening.
Doth protest too much.
Yeah, it does make me wonder a little bit. Yeah, it's about half and half, I'd say.
What do you say about the influx of straight people entering gay spaces?
Horrible. Horrible, dude. Okay. No, we have I had no girls at the gay bar after midnight. No girls at the gay bar after midnight. I'm sorry. If the clock strikes midnight,
what about straight guys?
No. If you're a lesbian, obviously, if you're non-binary, trans woman, but like if you are a straight woman,
okay,
get the fuck out of the gay bar at midnight.
You can say. I know what you're trying to say, Tim. If you're a fat straight woman, get out of the gay bar. That's what you're trying to say.
No clit in the pit. No clit in the pit.
If you're a hot straight woman, no, actually, I'm not above that, but I'm specific. Even hot women are worse, kind of, because they want to dance with you. They think they think you want attention. I'm like, no,
think they're above
this
the law.
Is not your space anymore. We can come for happy hour, whatever, drag brunch as you mentioned earlier, fine, but like no, and it makes me feel. I forget who I was talking to about this, but like it makes me feel a little sad. I was in LA recently. I was in what the fuck is it on the east side, Silver Lake? Mm-hmm. And I went to the gay bar with a friend, and it's just like it's like half women.
Did you go to Akbar?
Akbar, yeah. It was like half women. And I was like, what's happening? And I think that like the women want to be able to go and dance and not get hassled, right? Basically, is the gist, which I totally get and respect. But then you should just have a straight women only bar. Like you should have your space. Why can't they have their space? Is that wrong?
They want their cake and to eat it too. They want to be able to look at hot, shirtless guys without being, oogled by them and picked up by them,
Part of life, though, is like, hard choices, sacrifices. You can't have it all.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Well, what can we do to create these safe spaces, to keep them safe and free from these straight women? Do we bully them? Is it a door policy? How do we keep them out? Pepper spray?
Well, there was a bar in GC that had a no heels policy, which I liked. Like, that's pretty good. Like a no heels policy is kind of like a soft ban on women.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, but I also I'm for shaming. Like
Okay.
I think shaming's okay.
Welcome home, Tim. Welcome home.
Drag that bitch out of here. Okay.
No, not physical.
Well, yeah, Akbar is too much of a safe space for all sexualities nowadays. There's other darker dungeons that you can visit next time you're in town.
Okay, yeah, and this might just be me being being out of the game now a little bit.
No, I mean, there's places that I hear like I remember so distinctly being with 3 gay homies, and they started talking about like clubs or bars and it was words I'd never heard before.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you got? Like, what?
Do you remember any of those words, Mama?
No, it was literally like, it wasn't basement. It wasn't shit I've heard. It was literally stuff that I was like, I'm sorry, what is that? And they're like, oh, what? It's, I think there's a level that we are not even aware of where it's really going down is what I'm saying.
Is that a challenge for you guys? Is like middle-aged men now doing a culture pod, like trying to stay with it? Like, or have you given up on that? Or are you just working harder? Or what do you do?
I'm going to die with it, bro. That's all I got. I have no talents.
Okay.
I have no skills. I'm online.
We know about shit that we should not be knowing about as middle-aged straight men who are married.
Anything you want to...
Good and bad.
I mean, actually, the stuff we know least about is probably sports, to be completely honest with you. That's probably our biggest blind spot.
Yeah, we don't know about NCAA shit, but if like a cosmetic company just went public, like we know the IPO amount, you know what I mean?
So that you're saving a lot. That makes sense, though. Like you're saving brain space. Like maybe I need to cut out one of my sports to like to add some brain space for like what's the scene.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that the sports thing in this realm, at least, I feel like it's, I mean, probably the most popular thing to talk about on this medium. Like as far as podcasting goes, I imagine that
politics and sports,
the 2 things that we care about the least. Probably are the number one ways to dominate the space.
We're doing it the hard way.
And I appreciate you having me on because I was like kind of going through your past and like I don't know if it's your most recent politics guest, but one of the ones which has been a while.
Which is you and Jake Tapper.
Yeah, it was a little tiff, and because of your anti-cop actions. I was kind of worried about that coming on. Like, my daughter's interested in being a firefighter, and I thought, I don't know, maybe these guys think all firefighters are racist or something. I don't know. It could be a problem.
No, anyone can be a firefighter as long as they're not a woman. I think we can all agree with that, Tim, right?
Yeah, what do you mean? They let women become
dudes
firefighters?
of all colors, backgrounds.
Yeah.
I don't. I honestly forget in my daily life that there are people who won't make fun of cops. Like, I really don't. I forget that those people exist because I encounter them so infrequently.
Yeah.
But you could tell, just like how you could tell when it's pornography or not. You can tell when a kid wants to be a cop because they're a good person who wants to be a good cop and make their community better. And you could tell when somebody wants to be a cop so they can have free reign to beat up minorities and people that they hate.
And so you were just asking Jake just kind of make sure which one he was. That was all.
I think it was a very, very good.
I think it's hard to tell which way his son's leaning,
It was a very well-timed joke. And I want to be clear. Jake has apologized. We've talked. He
oh, cool.
He felt bad about it after I approached him, but he did feel bad about it. But I think that the real criminal here is what's his name? Your guy, Jason.
Oh, Scott Galloway.
Scott Galloway was the one kind of poking him.
Needle and
yeah,
Jake.
he was he was the one leading the charge. And he also, the funniest part about the whole thing was they didn't say the name of the podcast, and they had both been on the podcast. That was my favorite part. That's pro on another level that I couldn't, my brain doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no shout out. Okay, well, that's cool. So I guess all I'm saying is that was potentially a negative experience for you guys, like dabbling into the politics space. I'm happy that I overcame that.
No, I like the politics space because it's like I have no skin in the. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean. Like I don't.
You have a little skin in the game.
Sure.
Yeah. To me, it was just like going skydiving for the first time. Like, for a very short amount of time, where I would open my phone and be like, oh, CNN, boom, boom. Like, wow, this is getting kind of crazy. And then
it's over.
48 hours later,
this is a good
gone.
No, this is a good lesson about politics drama these days in the Trump era. Is just fucking ride it out, man. The Urban Outfitters dude was on. I don't want to do the thing that Jake and Scott did to you. I think it was the Semaphore podcast, or not Urban Outfitters, American Eagle. The American Eagle was on the Semaphore podcast.
I love that they used a picture of Sydney Sweeney to promote the middle-aged white guy who's the CMO or whatever of American Eagle.
Yeah.
Genius move.
Yeah. So anyway, he goes on, and they're like, "What was your lessons from the Sydney Sweeney controversy?" And he was just like, "Do nothing. Don't support the crisis comms industrial complex. Ride it out." And that was exactly right. Like, that dude was spot on about that analysis. Like, this day and age, man, just like this stuff blows over. Just kind of either ride it out or like lean in to get more attention for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, the best thing you guys could have done was like try to get some like "I was canceled" by Jake Tapper attention, because like that's how you sell stadiums now, man.
Yeah, that's true.
There was an email from Fox News.
Oh.
One of my friends in the industry was like, "Look, if you really want to do this, you can basically be like, I'll give you a comment, but you have to put me on the air." And I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm all set. I think I'm all set on this.
I don't want to do a tight five with Gutfeld but I think 7:30 tonight.
Yeah. But I think you're right, Tim. I think you're like, the way the world moves now, I don't know what lasts. I can't think of the last thing that's lasted for more than 48 hours.
Yeah, like this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, Trump is going to start testing nuclear weapons for the first time in 30 years. Okay, well, time to walk the dog, and then in 2 days we'll forgot about that, and it'll be another thing.
Yeah, it's I woke up today, I saw Sydney Sweeney in a see-through dress at an award show. I heard about nuclear. Like, none of it's going to stick. Like, good or bad, it doesn't stick, is what I'm trying to say. Like, even with
They can try to blur out the nipples in post, but we'll find the originals. You know what I mean,
But
Tim?
it's with movies and TV and albums, it's like stuff just comes and goes. Like,
it's not like we were growing up.
Remember,
like the Janet Jackson. Like, I was trying to think, what would be an equivalent of the Sydney Sweeney thing? The Janet Jackson thing. Like, for years, the nips. Like, if you would have talked about her 8 years later, you'd have had to have mentioned the nip slip. I'm mentioning it right now. 20 years later, however, 30. Who the fuck knows when that was?
Yeah.
And it
genuinely affected her career negatively.
Yeah, like, that's just not that would not be the situation for a Sydney Sweeney.
No, it's good and bad, but I think when there's this level of sort of content being produced at all different levels, there's no way to keep there's no way for anything to stick.
Yeah.
It's going to take, like, remember Benson Boone We talked about Benson Boone every day for 3 weeks.
You
I haven't
did?
thought about Benson Boone's little twink ass in years.
On this show, what was the material?
Yeah, because he came out of nowhere. He's backflipping everywhere. He's fucking annoying. He sucks.
We just made fun of him, and
Yeah, but
it was a fun target to make fun of.
Was he a plant? I don't really understand what people mean when they say an industry plant, but that's like something people say.
Industry plant in my estimation means that you have familial connections in the music business. Or whatever the Hollywood, like it's sort of, it can also be like we signed you when you were 13 and groomed you.
Yeah,
into this.
You didn't come up through the long system and gigging around town and touring in the van for years.
Got it.
Like the lady, whatever the opposite of Lady Gaga is.
So he was obviously
auditioned to be on. He was on like The Voice or on American Idol.
Okay.
The way that things happen now is just different. It's not about like skill level, it's about eyeballs. So it's a different, if you have like all these people are famous because they were on Vine or TikTok, that's because Addison Rae had the eyeballs first and they were like, oh, you can sing? Shit, all right, come on, let's do it. Like, it's not, and that's fine. I don't think that's necessarily bad, but that is not touring for 5 years in a van with 8 guys. It's a very different thing. It's a very different thing.
Right.
Some people have to decide that you're a pop star. It's kind of not the other way around. I'm not doing the shows at the 9:30 club on a Tuesday opening for blah, blah, blah when I'm trying to be the next.
So in some ways, it's not that different. I mean, like, with Louisiana Love, like Addison Rae and Britney's rise was not like so different, right?
It's true. I
mean, Britney wasn't gigging before like she like hit it big.
It's actually more similar because Britney was on TV and Addison was on YouTube, which is basically TV at this point. Yeah, I mean, you're right in that sense. I just don't know like Sombr, who's the new Benson Boone.
That is fake, right? Is that a real, like, does that person exist or is that like an AI avatar that just gets into my TikTok?
He's a rare long twink.
He's very thin. So he could be confused as AI.
I just thought maybe that like I was being targeted with him because, that tends to be my genre of
that you would consume?
That I would consume. Yeah, sure. Directionally speaking, and he's like
directionally speaking.
Okay. I meant on my For You page, but sure, in real life from time to time.
Right.
My FYP, but so I thought maybe it was just like they're testing me, and they're like, what if we made him a singer? Would you be interested? And I was just like, this is bad.
Well,
but people like it.
Like singing no-go. Maybe. What if he makes cookies? Is that more your speed? I mean, it's like when I give my dog Bean a piece of chicken. She's like, what's the catch? What's going on here? Are you gonna snatch me and take me to the vet? When Sombr appears on your phone one day, you're like, okay, what's the?
Yeah,
I think
the AI is trying to combine your interests. Like we know you're into basketball and indie music and twinks. Like, what if we created an artificial combo?
There was a shaggy-haired white guy who's built like Wemby.
Would you like this? And like the answer was no. I think this is uncanny valley. This doesn't feel real, but you're telling me it is real. Sombr.
That's really
allegedly. Haven't met the guy in person, but I think he does seem to be real. I know that his mom is hot
mom.
Huh.
Hot mom. There's some backlash now because this sort of millennial woman went on TikTok and talked about how bad the show was, and he responded. But one of the things that she said, and I was talking to my friend Ryland about it, and we agreed, he makes his fans bark like dogs when he on command, and we both agree that is unfortunately cool.
I did not know that. I didn't know he did pup play. The pup play is a little bit of that's a signal to your community, isn't it?
I was like, having so little respect for your teenage girlfriends that you make them bark like dogs in the audience.
He's got the Hassan Piker shock collar. he's wearing it every time poop. It's like when you go out to dinner with one of your a date and they've got the collar on and you're hitting it under the table and ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Get a little spicy at Chili's.
I'm interested in barking.
You're like, okay, the more you say it, the better it's starting to sound. Okay, well, you were talking about the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite basketball players? And I'm not talking about their offensive rebounding abilities. We're talking about daddies only.
Oh, Daddy's. Oh, I mean, Aaron Gordon is like. There's not even
Aaron Gordon.
Like he's so far. He's so far above the competition.
Okay. Well, we're so not okay. I had to Google this person.
Zach LaVine probably. Not. I don't like. Aaron Gordon is beautiful on the court and off. Zach LaVine is just more of an aesthetic thing. His play is not that great to watch.
Okay. Tim has a type.
For sure.
Let's see what's going on here, Tim.
You're saying you could look past his stat sheet because everything else is looking good. Got it.
Yeah, Zach LaVine. Those are. I mean, in the classic and the more famous category, like Steph is objectively handsome.
Okay, so you hear it here first. Tim Miller, Team Light Skin is really what it's starting to sound like.
Yeah, I didn't know you. I didn't know you were a yellow bone guy, but I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, no, okay. Those are just the people that come to mind. I don't discriminate that way.
So have you spent any time with NBA players? Not sexually. I just mean, have you like hung out with them in your life, or like
I spent any time with an NBA player? No, not that I can think of.
I've been watching Top 5 on Netflix. And what I noticed about NBA players and all athletes of that caliber, and this would be hard for you in any sexual conquest, is that they're never alone. Ever. They're always with, a brother, a sister, a trainer, a mom, dad, a coach, a teammate. Like, I don't know when these guys get 5 minutes to themselves. I don't understand how they like recalibrate.
I mean, Magic figured it out. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. It's a good question.
Magic figured it
out.
Oh
no, they're fucking chicks. I'm not saying that on the road.
Oh, you mean if it's a DL situation?
Yeah, DL
Ja,
situation.
I should have shouted out Ja. Ja's really hot. And he went to the strip club when he was in Denver, and that was he went to Shotgun Willie's. Yeah. And that was where he brought out the gun and how he got into trouble.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I don't know if he's probably not targetable. I'm not trying to target DL guys. Like, that's not for me. I want everybody to feel totally respected by me. If I met Aaron Gordon at Tipitina's, he wanted to come see a concert, I would not do anything inappropriate. Yeah, I would not do anything inappropriate. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong. I'm only.
Your lips are sealed. Well, your lips are unsealed and then sealed after.
Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
No, good. The world needs more people like you. We have to respect our down low homies.
We do, and I got nothing but love for them. It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay, well, on this same realm of convo, I saw a clip, and you said something I wanted to expand on. You said all my fetishes are achievable by the human body.
Yeah,
because you were talking about some type of like anime style fetish porn where, people are doing things that are not physically possible in the human realm.
Yeah, the these Canadian guys that have a podcast. I don't remember what it's called, so I feel bad not shouting them out. But they're telling me about Vor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
I learned what it was from the clip.
Okay, great. So we're all on the same page. This is like the Zoomers.
No, we're not.
The Zoomers are we're on the same page in not knowing. Like, they're in a different world. The Gen Alpha and the Zoomers are in a different world. They've gotten bored by normal, fetishes. Like, they're not interested in, whatever, choking, spanking, or they're interested in that, but they need to go further. It's just because they've grown up with porn on their phones, and so they need imaginary anime porn. And so they've created this thing called Vor, which is like imagining that somebody's mouth can be unhinged, and then they could eat your whole head.
Yeah, Chris, what was that book that we were reading?
Oh, I was about to say Perfection. That was in like yes.
And I just, they were telling me about that, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and that doesn't do anything for me. I'm not into fantasy porn. I'm not into like what could happen in the magical forest between me and like a unicorn man. Like, that's, I think the kids are different these days.
No NBA fan fiction. No, is there NBA erotica?
Definitely.
Guys, I'm sure I have so many what's the word, like I have a lot of different addictions to things I shouldn't, but like porn is just not for me. Like I'm not like I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I don't know what kind of erotica is out there. I know nothing about the erotica scene at all. I'm like,
rather make it than watch it. I'm with you, brother.
Addiction wise, what do you think you could scale back on if you had to choose one thing?
I mean, my phone,
good healthy or unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, my phone would be the first one for sure, and then basically all the
Regular stuff.
Narcotics.
Okay,
all the
okay.
regular stuff. I could dial back on all of them. I mean, I don't know which. I've already cut back on weed. I cut way back. I don't do weed anymore. Basically, I was a really big pothead in college, and I basically don't ever do weed anymore. I get a show maybe sometimes, or like one little baby hit while I'm watching a movie, but like that's it. All the rest of them though, I'm sure I could dial back on and gain some bodily health.
Sure. I was listening to an old episode of a podcast yesterday because I was in Florida and I'd run out of podcasts. Yeah. And John from Pod Save America was on.
Which one? The gay one or the straight one?
The gay one. And he was talking about edibles like it was heroin. Like he was talking about edibles like it was crack. Him and Neil Brennan were talking about edibles like it was crack cocaine. And you got to be careful you can get to. And I was like, who's going to tell this guy that it gets worse? Like it gets a lot worse. And I think you might be the guy for the job.
I love those guys. They all were kind of nerds though. Like, so I hung out with Lovett back in when we were kids in our 20s. And he wasn't hanging at the gay bar like me. Okay, he was more over in the corner. I'd have a little, whatever, like a little Cosmo or something, and have one or two. Hopefully, I get flirted with, and like that's the night out for him. We were on a different level, and so I understand why the 15 milligram gummy for Lovett is probably pretty intense.
That's it. I was just listening to it, and it was from I think it was a couple years old, but I was listening to it, and I was like, I haven't heard people talk like this about edibles maybe ever in my life, or in at least a very, very long time.
Well, I think just to push back a little bit, I think with the edibles, it has such a psychoactive effect on some people.
Sure.
Compared, like if anyone does heroin, you see videos of someone's aunt coming out of surgery and they're hopped up on morphine. They're having the time of their life. Everything is all good. In the wrong situations, in the wrong setting, 5 milligrams of an edible can send somebody to the loony bin. You know what I mean? If they're not mentally capable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if they're bitch made, I totally agree with you.
And I am totally bitch made on that stuff, by the way. I did some mushrooms, speaking of STD sound system, I did some mushrooms at the LCD Sound System show in New Orleans.
Okay.
And so like that, you guys know the crowd. It's just us. It's like us. It's just like dad. It's like
that's why I don't go. That's why I don't go. Not because they're music.
It's just the cool parents from school is basically who's at the LCD show. And then
like cool in quotes, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. I mean, relatively.
Sure.
Relative. It's all relative. And then you've got, I don't live in fucking Greenpoint, okay? So like there aren't too many parents who are down the cool, who are on the further along the cool music path than LCD. LCD is kind of like where you can get to in the South. And so I didn't take that many. I just took a little bit of mushrooms that my friends were doing, and I'm bitching. My mind is not strong. So I started going to a bad place. I was enjoying the show.
My mind
and the
is
show
not
ends,
strong.
and I walk out, and it's just like. It's like 3 parents from school wanted to talk to me. Like somebody listens to the podcast wanted to do a selfie. And I looked at my friend and I was like, get me the fuck out of here right now. I need to go hide in a dark room in a corner and think about my choices.
You did the wrong drug. You got to do coke. You got to do coke in that setting.
It is a coke setting.
I guess I've just been sober for too long. I didn't think about the fact that you could be fucked up and some fan wants to come up and talk to you.
Oh yeah. That didn't happen to you, Jason?
Oh, many times. But it's rare that I'm out socially like that on mushrooms. It's usually something where I'm a little bit more, maybe a little too down for the selfie, we'll say. You know what I mean? You guys like me? Wow, yeah, I'll post it to everyone.
Same. I love the attention. Attention is, and why are you doing a podcast if you don't want people to say hi to you at the airport? I'm down for all that. But like,
you hear that, Chris? You hear that, Chris?
Well, I'd like to make money, but yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else though, like no, on mushrooms it's not. Again, it's the same with the gay bar rule. Like after midnight, don't say you like my podcast. And don't be a woman at the gay bar, And if I'm on mushrooms, that's just not your fault. That's a me fault.
Okay, so Tim Miller, he does not accept the fuck a fan challenge, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Okay, these are good, hard, and fast rules. So do we want to do top 5 prescription drugs while we're on the subject of narcotics?
Sure. If you guys want to.
It's a recurring segment on our show that we ask certain people, and it seems like you're down for pill play.
I seem like I'm down. Did you ask Jake Tapper?
No.
Not so much. He's going to say, I take my daily vitamin. One time I took Advil.
Top
Don't
5
take
prescription
Advil.
drugs. Yeah, I'm not really a big pill bottle guy.
It can be recreational or just regular, but
Yeah, I don't know if I can even get to 5 because the only drug I ever quit cold turkey was Xanax because I was in college. I was doing Xanax and drinking together. And I hope that my mom is listening to this podcast at this point. But if you are, it's time to stop. But like I would
do it at the end.
I would just like wake up on somebody's couch and like look around and be like, where am I? Like I don't know whose house I'm at. I don't know where my car is. And like that's the type of blackout you don't want to do. So I just went cold turkey. No more Xanax. I had one bad experience in college. I was
Whose
like,
dick is this? That kind of
yeah,
thing.
no, and I was in the closet then, so I don't think
Got
there
it.
was any of that. But just general, just bad behaviors. But obviously, if it's so good that you have to quit it, obviously at the top of the list, you know.
Yeah.
Valium is really good as a landing gear. That's nice. I
Landing
would say.
gear.
Yeah.
Say more on the landing gear of it all as it pertains to Valium, please.
I think kind of that's an if you know situation. And then I guess number 3 would be Adderall, probably. Just little and the more positive story about Adderall from my college days is at GW. Like the other kids used to make fun of us all for having blue boogers because like people are just snorting Adderall so much at GW. Like,
Blue boogers is
like
good.
like people used to make blue boogers jokes in college.
George Washington's Smurfs.
Yeah, Smurf notes.
I was just thinking yesterday, I would probably be in a better place in my life if I enjoyed and used Adderall. I never really took to it.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm not an antidepressants person, really, or downers. So I don't like what are the other popular nominees?
Oh, I mean, we've gone. It goes
A lot of SSRIs with people.
Yeah.
Xanax is probably
OxyContin. Did either of you ever do OxyContin in the bad old days?
Yeah.
Chris is writing a book about it right now.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was my my downfall is dramatic, but downfall
Can I hear about that?
as far as drugs go.
Just give. I mean, I'm sorry if you already talked about this in the pod, but
You can get it in 2027 from Simon & Schuster. No, it is
awesome.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, I was just addicted to OxyContin. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
In sort of in that era where it was very pop, like the news cycle liked it a lot. It was like
like when we were in high school and college, like 05 or whatever.
no.
Like
This is like when New York Times would send documentary photographers to West Virginia and Florida to talk about the pill mills and like how it was ruining our country.
Like 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, 10 years ago. It was like pre-fentanyl.
Yeah.
Sort of era.
Yeah, I only did OxyContin like once or twice in college, and it was bad. And I was on summer vacation for college one time, and I did it with my friends. It's like I guess it must have been a Saturday night because Sunday was church. And I wasn't really going to church with my parents that much, but like from time to time I would, just to keep up friendliness in the household, be a good soldier, that kind of thing. And I just did it the night before and woke up and I was so fucking wrecked the next day. Like I walked into the kitchen and like sat down and started like drinking Gatorade. And my dad was walking down to go to church. He looks at me, "Are you going?" And I was like, no, can't go. And he looks at me, he's like, "I don't know what you did last night, but it was not beer.
Wow.
And you should stop doing that anymore." Like it was just on my face. Like he knew. He just looked at me and was like, "That is not a hangover." I was like, "Whatever you did last night is too hard for you." And my father was right about that. It was. So I didn't ever go your path.
That is good parenting. When did you come out?
I came out when I was 24. So like a little bit after college. I came out at it was like a after school special. I came out at Thanksgiving dinner, drunk, family drunk, everybody yelling everybody yelling about it, like me storming out of the house, walking to my friend's house, like full deal.
Cool.
So you're saying they weren't super happy with the news?
Not super cool. They're great now, so I don't want to dog them.
Sure.
It was Catholic, man, really Catholic, like daily church going Catholic. So it's a little bit of a surprise.
Steep learning curve.
Yeah, and I don't know, not doing like the mask for mask thing. I have some very gay characteristics, but like it wasn't obvious. You know what I mean? I don't think that. Like, I think they were caught. I think they were blindsided a little bit. So anyway, I did that.
That is late. That is pretty late, though. It was
pretty late. Yeah, it was pretty late. I thought I could do it the other way. I was like, whatever. I'd like a girlfriend and it was fine. And I went through a period of time where I was like, I knew I was at least bi or whatever, and I knew I was gay, but I was just like, man, that seems hard. Like the family thing will be hard. Like it'll be tough to get into.
Know what?
And then like once I pulled the Band-Aid off, I was like, what in the fuck have I been doing?
So
like, this was such a huge mistake.
You weren't doing your thing like quietly before.
Not really. I mean, like once or twice when blackout drunk.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, really, like once or twice. Yeah.
Old school.
And I guess I should be honest. Was that honest? We're on radical candor is important on a podcast. Was it? I can really only think of twice.
Was it with gay guys though, or was it with other?
Yeah, with gay guys. Or
Okay.
yeah, well, no. One time was with the first time that was like was a classic. Freshman year dorm, bisexual roommate, got a tongue piercing. Everybody's wasted. And he's so excited about his tongue piercing. And people are like, "Do you want to kiss to see what it feels like?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll kiss you to see what it feels like." And everybody's like, "You wouldn't kiss another guy to see what it feels like." I was like, "Sure, I would." Kiss the tongue piercing roommate that night. Went further than tongue kissing. Let's just say went further than tongue kissing that night. And then that was kind of a wake up call. But then I sent it back down. Like I sent it back down deep inside of me. For a while, I was like, no, don't think about that.
Don't think about that glorious head I got.
And then I was so annoyed that my fucking college bestie, the aforementioned college bestie from Baton Rouge, when I came out like 6 years later, he was the one person that was like, duh. And I was like, what do you mean, duh? And he's like, everybody saw you fucking getting down on that dude in your dorm. And I was like, well, why didn't you let me off the hook back then? I was like, why have you been? Why? And he's like, I don't know. I thought it'd be rude to bring up. I was like, if you would have told me you knew.
I had a suspicion you were gay when I saw you hooking up with a guy.
Then you could have been a sounding board all these years later.
Yeah, that could have saved everybody a lot of time. You know
Hindsight.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really funny. That's a good story, though. I like that. Old school.
All right, Tim. Well, thanks
you
for taking the time
That's
to
it?
chat with us. That is it. One
Dorm room tongue kissing is the end of the pod. You don't have any other Donald Trump takes you need for anything? You feel like you got it?
I think we got it.
We didn't do Oasis. Really quick, we didn't do Oasis. Can I do Oasis for 1 minute?
Yeah.
Oasis in Manchester was just, dude, it was
you went to Manchester. Okay.
It was unbelievable. It was the best thing. I was listening to your guys post Oasis show, talk about it, and obviously it's cliche. It was just like biblical. Like everybody around me. I went to Chicago too, and it was fine. It was great in Chicago, but like the Manchester thing, everyone knew every word, the Little by Little, and all the deep cuts. Like everyone knew every word and sang every word. People were throwing fucking beers on me, and I had no piss that I know of. But like everybody's bombed. The Brits were so happy we were there. Like all my Louisiana friends have more of an accent than me, so hearing Southern accents, they're like, "You're Americans!" Like they were giving us, like they gave us their bucket hats. You know, we were sharing cigarettes, and it was a communal love fest. It was really great.
No, it really is. It's
unbelievable.
beautiful. Unfortunately, I hate to get earnest, but it really is. It's something.
It was so beautiful.
It's like how it's supposed to be, and that just doesn't happen.
So the only other way that you could maybe top that is Nebworth. Are you going to go?
Should I? I'm so torn about it. Like, yes, probably.
I'm never gonna see them again. I was like, that's as good as it's gonna be.
Yeah, I see both sides of it. I know. I see both sides of it. I don't know. But I mean, like on the one hand, I almost went the next night. Like me and I got a flight home the next day. But me and my girlfriend, we were just like, we should just do it again. We should do it again. And then like, we walked the wrong way out of Heaton Park or whatever, and our backs were hurting by the time that we got home. So and so we decided not to do it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. On the one hand, never see him again. On the other hand, I was at the last LCD MSG show, and I have felt similar mixed feelings when they came back. I was like, it's never going to be better. And then every time I see them, they're awesome. And so I kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have mixed feelings about it.
I don't think there's any wrong way to go about it. I just think that it's a dealer's choice situation.
Okay, last question, Tim. Musically, you're wearing a Hot Boys shirt.
Yeah.
What song should I put at the end of this episode to represent NOLA?
Probably just juvie, like, right? Just like a little back that ass up or something. Like
any juvie.
Yeah.
Any juvie.
I mean, why? I don't know. Like, I mean, I need a hot girl. If I'm in the Hot Boys shirt, I need a hot girl.
Okay,
I think that'd be appropriate.
I need a hot girl.
All right, classic.
Okay, beautiful.
Guys, I love you guys. I appreciate this. I'm sorry I was kind of adding extra questions because like after this, I've got to go like talk about Marco Rubio or something again. So this was a gift for you guys having me.
Godspeed, and when I make it to New Orleans, I'm looking you up because I need a tour guide. So I'll see you soon,
dude. Absolutely, man. You have to come. All right, and I'll see you soon. Oh wait, or maybe who's in New York? Which one's in New York?
I'm in New York. I'm in New York.
You're in New York. Are you gonna do geese?
If I'm here, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, message me. Maybe I'll see you geese. Otherwise, come on down to New Orleans. I appreciate you.
All right, cool.
Thanks,
All right,
Tim.
man, thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.
All right,
later, bro.
What you got, Fred? You be the hot one, I got one, and take it and bend. Break it down, shake it down, with me and a friend. Biggity bounce, slide, ride, shake that thing to the right. Push it up, push it down, boom, you're dynamite. Lick it up like ice cream. Whoa, do you know?